Hi everyone, welcome to our reading for Gemini for June 2020. Happy birthday for those Geminis out there celebrating their birthday. This is for Gemini Sun. You'd be celebrating your birthday, but this is also for Gemini Moon, Rising. You may be in love with the Gemini, you're just cross-checking, or you're just intuitively guided to the reading for whatever the reason. Your guides pushed you towards it and you paid attention. Congratulations and welcome. Welcome to anyone who is new, and welcome back to those who have been with me for a while. All my love, I appreciate that. You know, some of you have really been with me for quite a while, and your energy comes through so clearly, and I love that. I love that. So, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. You don't have to worry about inviting your spirit guides in. I always do that ahead of time for any spirit guide, for anyone, no matter when you find the reading. It's like they're here, and they'll push you, I feel, push you towards the reading when it's time for you to hear it. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to do a little talking today. We'll see how successful I am. I did do another reading for Gemini, but it felt scattered, I think is the word I want to use. However, so I did not upload it. However, I've been feeling this urge that I still need to upload it. You guys know I don't censor myself. I just let whatever wants to come out, come out. So I think I am going to upload it, and I'm going to call it your bonus reading. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I just feel like clearly there's someone who needs to hear it. So I am going to release it. But let's start with this reading. What are we opening with? We're opening up with the Hierophant card of Taurus. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have Judgment. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So we open up with a question, right? Two of Pentacles puts you in a question of, do you want to do something? Can you afford to do something? Can you fit it into your life? Is it the right thing to do? That type of thing. What's behind it is the Hierophant, though. So that's a belief, right? That's a believing in yourself. I feel like a lot of you are coming here for a yes or no, and I feel like this is saying yes. You know, as long as you have your belief behind it, it feels like you want to do something. Judgment is a call to attention, a call of action, right? Over this Ten of Pentacles. So, the Ten of Pentacles talks about, you know, it can talk about wealth, the wealth of the family. It can talk about the root system of the family. It can talk about a family business, or it can talk about where you're heading towards, right? Ten of Pentacles existing in your life. Chances are you're, you know, here we are at the Two of Pentacles, but we end up at the Ten of Pentacles, figuring out, can I do this? With a higher belief, you know, I'm seeing the keys to the kingdom. So I have no doubt in whatever this is, but let's keep going. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups, potential Scorpio, Cancer, Spice Girls, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I can't speak today. Oh, we have the Four of Wands. And we have the Strength card, card of Virgo. So when I see the Four of Wands, I'm thinking about a special type of connection. A connection I have with someone, whether I met this person or I haven't met this person yet. This is someone who's very like-minded. This is about commitment. This is a commitment to each other. To excel at something, right? Usually it talks about love. It's the marriage card. You have Judgment right above that, though. So it's a call to attention over this Four of Wands, over this connection. You know, I have the Hierophant with the Eight of Pentacles right under it. So what this is telling me is the Eight of Pentacles is about putting your focus into something, onto something, and growing it from there. It's about the willingness to step into something as the apprentice with the hope of working towards, which I feel the Ten of Pentacles is telling me you reach it, of becoming the master of something. It could just be the master of my own mind. But it's due with a higher vibration, a belief system. And whatever I focus on within that energy is what I will grow. So for some of you, it can be the idea of a new job, right? A new location. I don't have the Chariot yet, but I have a feeling the Chariot's going to come out. But anyways, can you add this in, fit this in? Will it work within the world? Some of you, if it's about beginning some type of business, it may talk about even working from home, right? Being willing to work from home for that. Just finish our spread. We have the High Priestess. There's the Chariot. And we have the Prince of Cups. You know, if you're coming here again with a question of whether I do something or I don't do something, when you have the High Priestess in the spread, what it asks you to do is to find your answer within your intuition, to trust your gut, right? That instinctive feeling. You know, this is moving you into a period of really a much higher vibration. Moving you, but it's, you know, it's through your own actions, right? It's through your own belief system that, for some of you, it's like starting a spiritual business. You know, I get this all the time, especially with Gemini. Gemini and Virgo, I feel like, both ruled by Mercury. But if I'm thinking of starting a spiritual business here, the Two of Pentacles would be, you know, can I afford it? Can I add it in? Where am I going to do it? It's that type of thing. It's asking the realistic material type of questions. How will I do it? Judgment is saying something new is needed, right? Something new is coming. It's our ancestors. It's, you know, everyone who walks with it. I love that it's tied to the Ten of Pentacles because for me, it talks about the strength of a family. It Doesn't mean all family all got along, that type of thing, but there's a certain strength, and it may be in how you make your money. You know, you may be offered something, some type of an opportunity where someone in your family had also done that type of work. Yeah, we also have the energy of love coming in. And I feel like this energy is being directed by your ancestors. You know, we can say by angels, by your guides, your guardian angel. It's a higher energy, as so is the Hierophant. You have two cards of potential marriage. Here you have, you know, the Eight of Pentacles moving into the Queen of Cups can certainly talk about, I need to work on my heart center, right? Because of the potential of this match that's coming in for me, it requires something of me, right? First of all, balance. It requires me to open up my heart center. Can I? Will I do that? Some of you, I feel like there's a Leo out there in particular for some people. Not everyone, but someone I had to mention a Leo over. And it's almost like it's getting you ready. Like the universe is preparing you for this connection. Because it's coming. It's definitely coming. Let's get our last card out. Okay, well, we got more than one, but we're going to take them. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, let me move this up. Actually, I feel like separating them. I'm going to take one more. Seven of Pentacles is looking back at this Prince of Cups. This Prince of Cups is bringing a couple fulfillment to someone. Seven of Pentacles talks about what's meant to be, right? What's meant to be. Why? Because it's a seed that I myself had planted. It's a seed that I myself have nurtured. Now, maybe I did it subconsciously. Maybe I did it lifetimes ago. But it's bringing me back to that time period. So it is about nurturing. The Seven of Pentacles is looking right at this Prince of Cups. So who's ever coming in with this couple fulfillment, feels like it's meant to be. If I look right above this Prince, we have the Four of Wands. So this is the commitment, the marriage card. But this is two people in this card that are willing and want, not just willing, but they want to make a certain commitment to each other. And then Judgment sitting above that. I don't know, guys. I feel like some of you have those who have crossed over within your family who are being very active within your love life. Just within your life, period. I don't know if you guys follow this belief or not, but my belief is we have different guides for different situations in our life. Like one guide may come forward and be, listen, if we're talking about money, that's me. Let me be front and forward here. If we're talking about love, it can be the mother, the mother steps forward. Let me handle this part. I know it's perfect. So they help as they can, right? But we have free will. We can shut the whole thing down if we want to. But nonetheless, I feel like you have some, especially with the Hierophant here also, Carter Taurus, by the way. So we have some, blessings towards this connection. Definitely blessings towards this connection. Has not come in yet. That's the one thing it is showing me. It hasn't come in yet. But if I continue to nurture it, then I'm not going to say I'm guaranteed it, because again, my free will can decide to go left when destiny is saying no, go right. It's completely up to us. But as I look down here, I can see that we've had some previous problems, okay? Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles talks about that feeling of being thrown out in the cold. It's like the tower comes, it's shocking, but it doesn't give you a choice in something. You have to move through it. Five of Pentacles asks you to be willing to move through this uncomfortable zone, right? Just for this time period. It's a very temporary energy, though it can feel very strong. High Priestess is connected to it. So it's like, I want to say, trust in whatever happened within this Five of Pentacles, where it forced your hand, that it did it for your highest good, even though it's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable. Then we come to the Ace of Swords connected to that. So the Ace of Swords is always, number one, the truth, right? It's the truth. It is my yes card. But it's connected to, it's not really connected because I kind of have them separated, the Ten of Swords. So this can certainly talk about a previous relationship where communication was just bad, right? Not good at all. Ten of Swords, the only thing I worry about within the Ten of Swords is we can then pick up the energy of woe is me, woe is me. The 10 says it's time to put it to bed, right? It's time to put it to rest. We have a brand new ace here. This ace trumps these 10 swords that are in your back. But to be honest, again, the 10 swords, I feel like I also had a part in it, right? And maybe it's the clarification of it. We need one more card. I also feel like someone has like some ancestors who are guiding them towards money, what to do with their lives as it relates to money, how to build my pentacles, because I have you then doing that. I have you putting in the work. The Eight of Pentacles is about I'm willing to put in the work, and I'm willing to learn. Some of you, it is learning about your spirituality. It's learning about these connections you have. Look at that. We have the Two of Wands. So, this Two of Wands is looking right at that Ten of Swords. So this may be something that I'm about to begin again. A relationship that I'm about to begin again. Why? Why would I begin it again if it comes from the energy of Ten of Swords? Because I took a real look at it with the Ace of Swords beside that. I evaluated it. I broke it down. I saw my part in it. This is starting from a very high vibration. And, it's funny, I have the Two of Pentacles where here's the question, and the Two of Wands about to put it into action. So let's go ahead and bring the clarifiers right out. We have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Potential Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Let's use the Cosmic Tarot. And let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. One more shuffle. By the way, I don't know why I'm thinking of this all of a sudden. My daughter is selling Avon to help supplement her income with the kids right now. So if any of you use Avon, and I have to tell you, she sent me the link first. They're not like the old Avon. They have some pretty cool stuff. I put a link to her Avon page, I guess, under my community tab. So if you're interested, there you go. Okay. And you guys know, I always appreciate it anytime you support my daughter. Okay, excuse me. We have the Four of Pentacles. Some of you are thinking about moving your home, moving from your home. And I feel like you feel like you're being guided, like you're feeling this intuitively. You know, it could certainly be something you want to do, but I also feel like this is something intuitively you feel. This could also be talking about a job. We have Temperance. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Why do I feel like I've already seen Temperance in your reading? But she is not here. Alright, so Temperance, card of Sagittarius, with the Three of Pentacles. So some of you are thinking about, let's say, a form of collaboration. I feel like a lot of you, this is talking about your work. How you make your money, let's put it that way. And you're thinking, some of you think, you're thinking about a spiritual business. This tells me, especially coming over the Hierophant, which again is our belief system, right? It's a higher way of being, it's a higher vibration. It is the keys to the kingdom, right? Temperance is about divine timing, right? Trusting within divine timing. And then the Three of Pentacles coming directly over the Two of Pentacles. This talks about a collaboration. How will I be within this collaboration? Is it the right time? Is it the right people? Three of Pentacles ask you to remain your authentic self, because this is where your true knowledge lies, right? Ten of Swords down here is that energy where we had to overcome what other people have said to us and done to us. Sometimes it's quite destructive, you know, where people tell you you can't do something, you're unqualified to do something, you'll never make it. Well, Temperance will tell you the opposite. You can do whatever it is you want to do, right? How? Through your vibration, through your belief system. The Three of Pentacles says trust within yourself, trust within your own abilities, and know that what you bring to the table is important. So if that is your question, it's saying as long as you are bringing your authentic self to the table, You're going to be fine with this. I feel like Judgment is saying it's time. Like, it's time for something new, right? Ten of Pentacles is the tried and the true and tradition and what have you. But Judgment, I feel like it's just saying something new. Like, try something new. With your talents, though, I feel like a lot of you during this downtime, during the coronavirus, have discovered some talents within yourself that you didn't have a clue. Maybe you had a clue. Maybe you just put them away. Okay. Well, hello, Nine of Cups. Hello, Four of Wands. So we start with independent energy going into partnership, coming over Judgment. So again, and the Ten of Pentacles. Can I just tell you, someone has their hand in your love, in the direction of your love. Someone from above is very active within this love life. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. What does that tell us? That tells us to trust in ourselves. When we're in the Nine of Cups energy, we believe in ourselves. It's the energy of my cups already being full, even without a lover. Well, I mean, you can have lovers, but even without a committed type of energy. So this takes us from independence into partnership. But I love that it takes us again into the Four of Wands. So to me, this feels like someone that will be my forever, right? Especially with the Ten of Pentacles there. Will be my forever person. We have the Moon. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. So, let's look at this for a second. Because what follows is the Eight of Pentacles. And that talks about where I put my focus. The Eight of Cups is focusing on what I have lost. The Moon over that tells me that you don't have complete understanding of your emotional health yet. This means, for some of you, it's pulling on the energy of your ancestors to help you to figure this out. Where does the Eight of Cups go after it's gotten its emotional house in order? To the Nine of Cups. Fulfillment. Self-fulfillment. So the Ten of Pentacles brings out the Moon. Now, that is the card of Pisces, but also ruled by Cancer. So we could look at it that way. But I feel it's more about understanding. Listen, if this is about eventually getting married to someone, where my confusion would lie would be in my experiences of other marriages. My own parents, my aunts, my uncles, that type of thing, my friends. What you think would last forever maybe does not last forever, because here's the energy of overcoming that, right? Overcoming, I kind of feel like the childhood, right? A lot of my walls, so to speak, do stem from childhood. Some of us have had difficult childhoods, but we've had them to learn something about that, right? So the Eight of Cups with the Moon over that Ten of Pentacles, that asks for clarity. That asks you to look. Number one, I feel like what it says, if I've had like this, like I feel like I keep having emotional loss, especially as it relates to love. It's clearly saying that I haven't looked back. I haven't looked for the root of the problem. And that may start from childhood. It may start from, and I want to say, I feel like there's someone else that's maybe looking for someone who has the same traditions as they do. And I feel like sometimes we have to release that, because what are real lovers about? They're there to teach, and we teach them, right? We are many times are opposites, though we find through time we're very much alike. So it is about learning. Let's keep going. Well, well, well. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. So we have the 10 of Cups. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the 10 of Cups. So again, let's look at this. We have judgment, a call to attention, a call for something connected directly to the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like with the moon over that, it's asking us to look at that 10 of Pentacles, look at the family unit. This is where we're going to find that there may have been some disarray, and we need to look at it for the truth, right? The truth. That means take your emotions out of it. Look at it as the big picture, because there's something that can be revealed to you that helps you turn yourself around, right? Helps you, listen, again, the energy of independent energy into commitment, coming from above. This is you now saying, okay, I am willing to put the work in. And I say it's work, but it can be very interesting as you find the root of the problem. I'm willing to put that in. I'm willing to put the energy in towards the 10 of Cups. It's what my heart wants, right? It's what my heart is seeking. So what kind of work do I need to put in? Well, with the Queen of Cups showing up, what that's showing is somewhat of a closed heart, right? Some walls around the heart. And in this type of relationship that wants to come in, again, a true commitment, I myself have to have an open heart. You have the Strength card here that allows you, I don't know if allows is the right thing. You know, I'm looking at this Queen of Pentacles all of a sudden, and it's like there's some details that I'm missing. There's details that I'm missing that could help me truly overcome any of my past. So here's the 10 of Cups. And it's asking you, if that's what you're looking for, to focus upon it, but put the work in towards it. Right? I can't have the 10 of Cups if my energy is in the 8 of Swords. They just don't match. For some of you, you may already be connected to this Queen, and you may not be putting the work in towards your relationship. And that's what it's saying. Like, you know, be willing to put in the work towards this relationship, towards this commitment, because you have the potential. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 10 of Cups. You have the commitment card. You have it all. But it is your focus upon it that brings it to its full realization, I believe. We have the High Priestess, who is kind of like, bonk. You know, she's neither reverse nor completely upright. So I feel like it talks about, you know, sometimes I trust it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I trust myself, sometimes I don't trust myself. It reminds me of, like, you know, if I'm like watching Jeopardy, let's say, and the first answer that comes to my mind is usually the right answer, but then I'll be like, I changed the answer, and then it's the wrong answer. So it's that first instinct that comes to you. We have the 5 of Wands, and then we have the 6 of Pentacles. So, looking for balance in an unbalanced world. Looking for balance within a relationship that has this push and pull type of energy to it, connected to it. This is, sometimes I feel like the Five of Wands is where no one wants to give in. But yet, if we did come together, the things that we could create, well, the Six of Pentacles, that's a beautiful give and take type of energy. And I feel like if this is talking about an existing relationship, I need to look at this a little closer. I need to be willing to put the work in that it requires. Love requires work. It requires us to come from our higher self. Five of Wands, we're very like-minded, but, no one's willing to step aside. No one's willing to say, you're right, I'm right. They may be saying I'm right, but I'm wrong. Six of Pentacles is the opposite of that energy. Six of Pentacles is, I give to you before I give to myself, right? And I do it gladly. I do it happily. So this is that type of energy. It's a very compassionate type of energy, charitable, helping others out when I can. We don't take it with us. So this is about really helping where I can help. But I feel like definitely for existing relationships, this is talking about the back and forth, And what it really needs is the openness of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. It's definitely showing that current partnerships can definitely be worked out here if I'm willing to put in the time, the work. If I'm willing to put down my ego, so to speak. Now, if the other person's not, that does make it more difficult, right? But that doesn't mean that you then jump back into your ego, because many times it takes time for people to follow suit. You are like-minded, so it does seem like it wants to happen. It's like, what happened to our relationship? What happened to our marriage? Well, we kind of checked out, right? It became more about ourselves instead of us together, right? The ego got involved. We put ourselves before the other instead of the other way around. We have the Hangman. We have the Two of Swords. And we have Seven of Cups. And this is really difficult energy to try to make a decision from, right? So I have the Hangman. This is non-movement. Why? Because I'm in the Two of Swords energy. So I'm in my head. Again, it's my head and my thoughts that make it difficult for me to make a decision here. If this is about someone who's coming back, again, we have the previous energy of the Ten of Swords. So this is remembering that energy, and that means that that energy has not been worked out within oneself, right? The Seven of Cups is about making a choice. What cup do I choose? I don't know what cup to choose, right? Coming over the Strength card. So for some of you, it's saying, take a moment, right? Think this over. Understand where your thought process is and why some of these decisions seem impossible to make. This is kind of not trusting. I don't trust myself to make an opinion or to make a decision. Therefore, I do nothing, right? The Hangman, then I do nothing. But the Hangman being over the Strength card says, listen, there just needs to be some time to allow yourself to overcome. High Priestess pops in and said, this is the energy of trust, of knowing, right? Especially with the Hierophant, true knowing of my direction. Is there a right or a wrong? Not really. Because if I go A, road A, well, there will be a certain set of lessons on that road. If I choose B, well, then there's a certain set of of lessons on that road. But this is really not being able to trust myself. I'm looking at right above it is the Eight of Cups, right, with the moon attached to that. So whoever this is, has not taken the time to look at their own emotional house, to look at even previous people and understanding that they were human, taking out the factor of what they were meant to be this way. Well, humans are humans. We're imperfect, right? So that may require a little bit of forgiveness on your part if you choose. But if you do choose that, what does that do? It takes you into the balance energy you need, because the Hangman's saying, listen, I am not moving forward. I am not moving this energy forward until I have that true balance, until I'm ready to open myself up, not just to loving, but also receiving of the highest vibration. Okay? So, here I am again in the decision mode, but with blindfolds on. Little fear factor there. The Strength card says, give yourself time, right? Everything's within. The High Priestess says you know the answer to this. You already know it. You have the ability to clear that emotional house. And when you do, boom, there's the Chariot. The Chariot won't arrive until you have the balance that it needs. You have the High Priestess like all over the place. Just keep going. We have the Three of Wands. So this is looking at something through joyful eyes. This is looking at, instead of the fear factor I have up here, this is taking that chance, right? This is being passionate for what is going to come. I'm still at the 3, so I'm at the beginning of something. But I'm understanding through my intuition that I create as I go along. If it's talking about a partnership, again, the Four of Wands here twice talks about that you can make this work, right? That this is, it's beyond that. I mean, it's bigger than that. Actually, what I want to do is I want to take these cards up. Remind you, you have the Ten of Cups. Remind you, you have the Four of Wands. You have the Nine of Cups, over judgment. How can I get authority over myself? Clearing my emotional house, fulfilling my own cups first. This is not an ego-based energy. This talks about emotions. This talks about, understanding the happiness doesn't come from another person. It comes from within me. Joy doesn't come from another person. It comes from within me. Three of Pentacles. Who am I willing to, be my unique self in a situation? Or, if I feel like I'm forced to be someone that I'm not, then chances are it's not meant for me. Okay, wow. We have the Chariot, but it's interesting because the Chariot is in reverse and it's coming over the Chariot. We have the World. Look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is true potential. We have the Hermit, potential Virgo. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. If this is talking about a spiritual type business, hello, it looks quite beautiful, right? We have the Chariot kind of fighting itself here. So what is it asking? It's asking for a reversal of energy. It's asking for you to look things as all is possible. Even though I can't see it, I can't touch it, I can't predict so much how it's going to be down the road, I feel good about it. Why do I feel good about it? Because I took a moment, right? I took that moment. I got my emotional house in order. I myself feel balanced. The Chariot, it demands that. It demands that balance before the next portal will open up, right? It demands the balance. And it may demand it if it's a relationship between both partners. One can be in one area and one can be in the other area. But as both raise their vibration, they're bound to come together. The World card talks about entering into this time period, which is highly spiritual. And then the Ace of Pentacles coming from this Prince of Cups. So the Prince of Cups is bringing in a cup. This cup is something that fulfills you emotionally, but it's also attached, for many of you, to your money, to your material world. The Hermit moves into the Nine of Pentacles. So I have no doubt, as always, that we have those who are beginning their spiritual business. In any way, when I say spiritual business, I mean there's just a million different ways you can take that. But what the world requires is that you're walking hand in hand with your spirituality, right? And knowing the importance of that. So we come over the Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles is success, number one, in how we earn our money. Why? Because we had the Eight of Pentacles there, because we were willing to put our focus upon that. I'm looking at the Hermit somewhat as like the dark night of the soul. And this is where we have our main growth, is through the dark night of the soul. But it's the connection that always existed. So some of us learning that and then putting it, it's like, you got the ball now, put it to use. Bum, 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 bum. You got the ball now, put it to use. I feel like that's like someone singing that to you. You got the pentacle, now put it to use. Start building your pentacles. Seven of Pentacles below that. If you nurture it, it will grow. If you nurture it, it will grow. No doubt. Oh, and then we have the Queen of Wands down here. She's our intuitive queen, right? She moves with passion. She moves, she doesn't allow her thoughts to freak her out, right? She's beyond that. So this is someone who's very intuitive. I don't know, guys. I just feel like, again, your spirituality is just growing and growing and growing. I feel like we, as a collective, our spirituality is just growing and growing. And it's bringing us new types of relationships. And it's also bringing us new offers, new ways of making money through our creativity, by the way. Very much through our own creativity. Sometimes it's using our own hands, right? It's the building of something. Whatever it is, look at it in an optimistic way. Like, this is the energy of, especially under the High Priestess, I can create this any way I want to create it. I cannot see my ships yet, but I know that they're out there. I know that wherever I put my focus is what I'm going to grow. And it has a big part of your intuition. That will flip the Chariot around. And I have to say, as it relates to a relationship, I feel like what we're looking at is one who is ready and one is not quite there yet. So we may, it may not come together like we want it now, right? We want it now, but it may not be time. Someone may need to travel through or is traveling through their own dark night of the soul. I always feel a blessing with that. Definitely a blessing. But as it relates to your work, I feel like the more creative you get, the bigger the abundance. Whatever if you truly put your focus on your business, it will flourish, right? Queen of Pentacles, again, I don't know. It just keeps bringing me back to spiritual type business. Let's keep going. And you know, I feel like if, let's say you're going to read tarot cards, you want to start a channel, or let's say you channel information from spirit. You know, you lived a life that had many challenges in it, but that was on purpose. That is to teach you how to overcome different things, different elements. It is a way to really grow your soul, expand your soul. And if you are faced with those same types of challenges, you handle it completely different, right? It's like people can't pull the wool over your eyes after you've gone through these experiences. So we don't always want to look at our experiences like, damn, you know, what's the universe like? Why is the universe mad at me that I have the Ten of Swords? It reminds you that you have a part in this, right? You had a part in it. And many times all that means is my vibration may have been here, but someone sucks me down here. So I allow myself to be pulled down into their vibration. Now, once you learn about this stuff, you can easily recognize that and pull yourself back out. But for many of us, that's part of the challenge. That's part of life's lessons. Sometimes we stay there for years and years and years, and other times it can be months. And for, you know, as you move along, it may be a day, right? I meet someone, and automatically, because I'm strong within my intuition, I see that red flag. I know not to go. So you learn a lot, especially through the dark night of soul. So as relationship goes, you know, I have the marriage card over and over. I have that special commitment card over and over. But what I do have is two different people, right? One is feeling balanced, but the other one quite not there yet. That's why Temperance would say, don't rush something, right? Something is not fully developed. Allow it to develop. Doesn't mean wait on it. It means you keep creating. And whatever is meant to be and however it's meant to be will meet up with you. So, in other words, it's saying don't lower your vibration to accept something. Even if it's a partner, a love partner, what it's saying is keep your vibration high, and if they choose to stick around you, they eventually will learn from you and then match your vibration. If they choose to keep their vibration low, you'll have that resistance, right? Because it's the positive and the negative cannot come together. They just cannot come together. So, learning this in life, if I keep getting this negative energy trying to penetrate my positive energy, I've got to learn to just let it fade away. Let what wants to fade away, fade away. If it's meant to be at a later date, it will be. That's up to them. Are they going to raise their vibration? If not, well, then that's not the person for you at this time. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Swords coming over the Five of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords coming over the Ace of Swords, and we have the Three of Cups coming over the Ten of Swords. So I do feel like, especially with the Queen and the King of the same suit coming out, it doesn't have to mean it's an air sign, but what it's showing, again, is the like-mindedness, right? The Ten of Swords here, you know, I feel like this is something that happened a while ago. And I do feel like I feel like it was before people really understood their spirituality. Even you, I feel like you were developing your spirituality, truly developing, learning who you truly are uniquely. But that doesn't mean the other person was, right? Here, I feel like with the truth coming over this king, this is this king realizing, because now we have the coming back together. Is this for everyone? Of course not. Of course not. I am not reading this Ten of Swords as like physical abuse. That, I would say, if someone could hurt you in that way, I just would not look that way again. This is about the way in which communication took place. But this also talks about sometimes carrying the energy of my childhood into relationship after relationship. And eventually my ancestors get me to look at it for whatever the reason. The reason is to raise my own vibration, right? So I can have the best of what the world offers. So for some of you, it is the coming back together. So this tells me that this king is able, he's part of that chariot who is in reverse, is able to find that true balance within himself. He's looking at himself is what he's doing, him or her, looking at oneself, seeing the truth of the matter, right? Connected also to the world. It's like understanding I can't enter into this next portal unless my energy is a certain way. This could be something of seeds that you had planted within this person, and maybe that's all your job was at that time, was to plant that seed, and then you had to have that separation. This could be talking about work too, right? Planting that seed. It takes time for it to develop, and someone finally understanding that seed, because I do feel like some of you do come back together. We have been talking about at least 8 months, if not longer, about many of you beginning these spiritual type businesses. And some of you have already done it. Some of you are heading towards it, but some of you are still in the fear factor of it, which means you don't trust the information you're receiving. Look at that, the Seven of Pentacles again, coming over the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. That's harvest time. Here was the nurturing of it, right? Here was the nurturing of it. How did I really nurture it? Because I went through the Hermit, I went through that dark night of the soul, but I used that experience to learn, right? To learn as much as I can, to emerge as the master, right? The Hermit, when he leaves the cave, he is shining his light, not just for himself, but for the whole world to see. So it's an important part of life, and we may have to go through it more than one time. But nonetheless, as we evolve spiritually, we can easily start to pick out, okay, what am I doing? Why am I causing these blocks, or what have you? And I feel like this is just talking about things that are just meant to be are now coming into your life, right? This Ace of Pentacles is like, right next to the world. So what is meant to come in is a blessing. For many of you, it is a connection. No doubt it's a connection. And for many of you, it is the business. I feel like the Queen of Wands coming over this Nine of Pentacles, it's saying, stop waiting. Start doing, right? Start putting your focus into it, no matter what. How do you get better? You fail. being willing to fail so that you can learn from that failure to then grow more. So, don't break something down like, I failed. Maybe it's a YouTube channel. Not enough people saw me. Well, you're not giving it enough time, or you're not taking the constructive criticism so that you can learn. You're not taking the time to get in tuned, right, with your intuition. You're putting fear over it. Queen of Wands is just like, get into it, get passionate about it, and just start moving with it. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. And I'm going to finish your reading with an oracle card. Can't believe how many cards I took. I am, again, going to release your other video. We'll call it your bonus video. It's very seldom that I don't release a video. And it was over an hour long. But maybe I wasn't feeling confident in myself that day. But I have to tell you, I feel like I know now that I need to release it. So look forward to that one too. I had the same thing happen to Aquarius not too long ago. One that I wasn't going to release, and then I decided to release it, and it was exactly what some people needed to hear. So that was myself not trusting myself, but now I do. All right. Tenderness. Tenderness. I am both gentle and powerful. That reminds me of the Empress. So let's read. This card counsels you to approach your current situation gently. It acknowledges and honors your deep sensitivity and asks you to do the same. If someone or something feels too harsh, trust that it is so for you. Your tenderness is a spiritual gift that allows you to feel the presence of Mother Mary and the angels. Trust your feelings as accurate messengers that guide you in healthy directions. You drew this card because your current situation calls for you to stimulously honor your sensitivity while maintaining your boundaries. It's time for you to be both nice and assertive. Lovingly speak your truth to others. Mother Mary also guides you to develop physical strength through your exercise and tenderly caring for your body. Beautiful. I am both gentle and powerful. Thank you, my loves, for, again, allowing me the pleasure of reading for you. It makes my day. For those who are looking for personal readings, I have all the information right below the video. Just click below there. I am taking readings, though you have to be willing to accept the time level, which is at least 2 weeks, around there. I say approximately because I do it when I'm called also. Like if I have your name there, but I don't feel called at that moment, I know it's not the right time. Usually it happens very soon, but I want you to know that it's more than just putting your name on a list. I trust in my spirit guides 100%, and I trust within myself 100%. So if you're looking for a reading, the only thing I ask is be willing to be patient with the time. If you cannot be patient, please, I'm asking you, don't purchase a reading. because I need that from you, and then I promise you the best reading I can give you. My readings are very in-depth, usually an hour and a half to 2 hours long, depending what it is you need, and yeah, they go very deep, so I have to be in the right frame of mind to do them also. So I take it all very serious. I appreciate those who trust in that, and I just thank you for everything. I thank you for subscribing to my videos. I thank you for giving me the thumbs up. I thank you for your beautiful comments. And don't forget, keep commenting. If you have something to say it, because I truly pick up on your energies in these readings. Sometimes I'm reading and I'm like, okay, I know who that message is for. I know who that message is for. But I need for you to find it yourself. I need you to trust within yourself. But know that I feel your energy. I truly feel energy. Sometimes it's a curse. Sometimes it's a blessing. It's always a blessing, but sometimes it just feels like a curse because you know, I pick up the energy of the world too, and that can be hard in these times. But I'm here to tell you that, you know, we got to roll with the changes, and we're all going to be fine. I love you guys so much. As always, thank you for supporting my channel, especially through your donations. It is what keeps my channel alive. I don't know what's going on with YouTube lately, but they seem to be taking a lot of my subscribers away, and I mean, literally money has dropped in half. I'm barely, it's just strange. I don't know what they're doing, and I have a hard time getting a clear answer from them. So I'm sure many of you are having that same situation. So I appreciate your donations more than you know. And I truly appreciate you supporting my daughter. She also has her own channel, Jenny Love Tarot, but also in her Avon adventure. I know I just went out and bought a bunch of stuff, and I haven't used Avon in a long time. I was surprised, like everything new that they have. So any way that you can help, I appreciate it. I love doing these readings for you, and I want to keep them coming. So please help me in any way you can. Sometimes listening to an ad, clicking on an ad, helps, you know, that type of thing. So again, I don't do this for the money. However, it is now how I make my living. I have no other jobs. I dedicate all my time to this channel. Also, I just joined another one called Tippy TV, Tippy TV. It's in beta form right now, but it's being released on the 22nd. Please search me out. I should put a link. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm putting videos on there too because, you know, I'm finding I need to supplement from YouTube, which kind of sucks, but you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to do what you got to do. So thank you, my loves. I love you so much. Again, happy birthday to those Geminis out there celebrating your birthday. I know it's a little early, but I hope that you, in some way, do something special for yourself. Whatever it is, just do something special for yourself. I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.